Think faster, talk smarter. Imagine this. You're suddenly asked to speak at a meeting, or someone throws a tough question your way during a conversation. Your heart races, your mind blanks, and all you can think is, why me? In Think Faster, Talk Smarter, Matt Abraham shows that impromptu speaking doesn't have to be terrifying. With the right tools and mindset, you can learn to respond thoughtfully, clearly, and confidently, even when the stakes are high. Think faster, talk smarter. Book summary. Overcoming anxiety. The foundation of confident communication. Anxiety is one of the most significant barriers to effective speaking, particularly in impromptu or high-stakes situations. For many, the thought of addressing an audience, answering unexpected questions, or even participating in a casual discussion can trigger a cascade of nervous reactions. These reactions, often referred to as the fight, flight, or freeze response, are deeply rooted in our evolutionary biology and can cloud judgment, disrupt clear thinking, and undermine confidence. However, as Matt Abrahams emphasizes in Think Faster, Talk Smarter, anxiety is not an insurmountable obstacle. By understanding its mechanisms and employing practical strategies, anyone can transform their speaking anxiety into a source of strength and clarity. Let us delve deeply into the causes of anxiety, its effects on communication, and actionable methods to overcome it. Understanding anxiety in speaking situations. The fight, flight, or freeze response. When faced with a perceived threat, our bodies react instinctively to protect us. This is the fight, flight, or freeze response, which triggers a flood of adrenaline and cortisol. These hormones prepare the body to respond physically. The heart rate increases, breathing becomes shallow, and muscles tense up. While this response was crucial for survival in dangerous environments, it can be counterproductive in modern situations, like public speaking. Instead of preparing us to flee from a predator, these physiological changes can leave us feeling overwhelmed, flustered, or paralyzed in front of an audience. The impact of anxiety on communication. Anxiety affects communication on multiple levels. Cognitive impairment. Anxiety can cloud your ability to think clearly and organize thoughts. This mental fog often results in rambling, forgetting key points, or freezing mid-sentence. Physical symptoms. Sweaty palms, a shaky voice, or a racing heart can distract both the speaker and the audience, drawing attention away from the message. Self-focus. Anxiety shifts attention inward, causing speakers to dwell on how they are being perceived rather than focusing on the content or audience. This self-consciousness can amplify mistakes and make recovery more difficult. The good news. Anxiety can be managed. While anxiety is a natural response, it does not have to dominate your speaking experience. With awareness and practice, you can learn to manage its effects and even harness its energy to enhance your communication. The strategies below provide a comprehensive toolkit for overcoming anxiety and building confidence. How to manage anxiety. 1. Reframe nervousness as excitement. One of the most transformative strategies for managing speaking anxiety is to shift your perspective. Anxiety and excitement are closely related emotions, sharing similar physiological symptoms. A racing heart, rapid breathing, and heightened alertness. The difference lies in how we interpret these sensations. The science behind reframing. Research shows that reinterpreting anxiety as excitement can improve performance in stressful situations. This mental shift reframes the physical symptoms of anxiety as indicators of readiness rather than fear. Practical application. Before a speaking engagement, tell yourself, I'm excited to share my perspective, instead of, I'm nervous. This simple linguistic change can transform your mindset, channeling nervous energy into enthusiasm and confidence. Visualization techniques. Imagine your speech going well, envisioning positive audience reactions and a sense of accomplishment. This mental rehearsal reinforces the idea that your excitement is a tool for success. 2. Practice deliberate breathing. Breathing is a powerful tool for regulating anxiety. When we're anxious, our breathing often becomes shallow and rapid, which exacerbates feelings of panic. Deliberate breathing techniques can counteract this response by activating the parasympathetic nervous system, which calms the body and mind. The 4-4-4 method. This technique is simple yet effective. Inhale deeply for 4 seconds. Hold your breath for 4 seconds. Exhale slowly for 4 seconds. Repeat this cycle several times before or during a speaking engagement to reduce tension and restore focus. Diaphragmatic breathing. Place one hand on your chest and the other on your abdomen. Focus on making your abdomen rise and fall with each breath, ensuring deep, controlled inhalation and exhalation. This type of breathing provides a grounding effect, helping you stay centered. Pacing your speech. Incorporate deliberate pauses in your speech to allow for natural breaths. Pausing not only calms you but also gives your audience time to absorb your message. 3. Adopt a growth mindset. A growth mindset, the belief that abilities can be developed through effort and learning, is essential for overcoming speaking anxiety. Many people view public speaking as a test of innate talent, which increases pressure to perform perfectly. Shifting this perspective can alleviate unnecessary stress. Focus on learning. Treat every speaking opportunity as a chance to grow rather than a performance to perfect. If you stumble or make a mistake, view it as valuable feedback rather than failure. Embrace imperfection. Recognize that even seasoned speakers make errors. In fact, small imperfections can make you appear more relatable and authentic to your audience. Celebrate progress. After each speaking experience, reflect on what went well and identify areas for improvement. Celebrating small victories builds confidence over time. 4. Prepare the right way. Preparation is one of the most effective antidotes to anxiety. However, it's important to prepare strategically, focusing on what will truly enhance your performance. Practice flexibility. Instead of memorizing a script word for word, focus on key points and transitions. This approach allows you to adapt to the flow of the conversation or audience reactions without losing your train of thought. Simulate real scenarios. Practice in environments that mimic the actual speaking situation. For example, rehearse in front of friends, record yourself, or visit the venue beforehand if possible. Anticipate questions. Think about potential questions or challenges and prepare concise, thoughtful responses. Being ready for the unexpected boosts confidence. 5. Connect with your audience. Shifting your focus from yourself to your audience is a powerful way to reduce anxiety. When you're more concerned with delivering value than with being judged, the pressure diminishes. Audience-centered thinking. Ask yourself, what does my audience need or want to hear? Framing your speech around their needs makes your message more engaging and meaningful. Engage through interaction. Encourage questions, share relatable stories, or use humor to build rapport. A connected audience is more likely to be forgiving of minor mistakes. Visualize a supportive crowd. Instead of imagining a critical audience, picture them as friendly and receptive. This mental shift can create a more positive atmosphere. 6. Build resilience through practice. Confidence grows through experience. The more you expose yourself to speaking opportunities, the more comfortable you will become. Start small. Begin with low-stake situations, such as sharing ideas in small meetings or participating in casual discussions. Gradually progress to larger audiences or higher-pressure scenarios. Join speaking groups. Organizations like Toastmasters provide a supportive environment to practice and receive constructive feedback. Record and review. Recording yourself allows you to evaluate your performance objectively, identifying strengths and areas for improvement. Conclusion. Transforming anxiety into confidence. Anxiety is a natural response to challenging situations, but it doesn't have to hold you back. By reframing nervousness as excitement, practicing deliberate breathing, adopting a growth mindset, and focusing on your audience, you can turn anxiety into an asset rather than a barrier. With consistent effort and practice, speaking confidently becomes less about avoiding fear and more about embracing opportunity. Remember, every speaker, even the most experienced, once started where you are now. The key is to take that first step, learn from each experience, and trust in your ability to improve. Confident communication is not a destination but a journey, and it begins with understanding and managing the anxiety that comes with it. Thinking clearly. Simple structures to organize your thoughts. Many people ramble or freeze when speaking because they struggle to organize their thoughts quickly, especially in impromptu situations. This lack of clarity often stems from uncertainty about how to structure ideas effectively. In Think Faster, Talk Smarter, Matt Abrahams introduces several frameworks designed to help you communicate your ideas clearly, concisely, and confidently, even when caught off guard. These methods not only guide your thinking but also ensure that your message is impactful and easy to follow. By adopting these frameworks, you can shift from feeling overwhelmed to communicating with precision and confidence. Let's explore these structures in depth and see how they can be applied in real-life scenarios. Frameworks for impromptu speaking. 1. Prep. point, reason, example, point. The PREP method is a straightforward and versatile framework that helps you articulate your ideas clearly. It ensures that your response is both logical and compelling, making it an excellent tool for answering questions or making a persuasive argument. Point. Start by stating your main idea or response succinctly. Reason. Provide a rationale or justification for your point. Example. Use a concrete example to illustrate your reasoning. Point. Restate your original idea to reinforce its importance. Example in action. Question. Why should we invest in this project? Answer. We should invest because it aligns with our strategic goals. For instance, last year's similar project boosted revenue by 20%. This new initiative could yield similar results. Therefore, this investment supports our long-term growth strategy. Why it works. The PREP structure guides you from a clear opening to a persuasive conclusion, ensuring your response remains focused and memorable. 2. What? So what? Now what? This method is particularly useful for situational analysis and decision-making discussions. It encourages you to move beyond simply stating facts by explaining their significance and proposing actionable steps. What? Clearly state the facts or describe the situation. So what? Explain why the information is significant or relevant. Now what? Propose next steps, solutions, or recommendations. Example in action. Scenario. Addressing a sudden drop in team productivity or response. What? Our team's output has declined by 15% over the last quarter, so what? This decrease is impacting our ability to meet client deadlines, which could harm our reputation. Now what? We need to identify bottlenecks and provide additional training or resources to address them effectively. Why it works. This framework ensures that your response is comprehensive and action-oriented, moving from analysis to solutions. 3. Problem-solution benefit. The problem-solution benefit structure is ideal for addressing challenges and proposing actionable ideas. It emphasizes the importance of highlighting the value of your solution. Problem. Identify and articulate the challenge or issue. Solution. Propose a clear and practical solution. Benefit. Highlight the positive outcomes or advantages of your solution. Example in action. Scenario. Convincing leadership to upgrade outdated technology. Response. Problem. We're losing customers due to outdated technology. Solution. We should upgrade our system to streamline the user experience. Benefit. This will increase customer retention and drive revenue growth. Why it works. This structure presents a logical progression that naturally persuades your audience by addressing pain points and emphasizing benefits. Applying frameworks in real-world scenarios. 1. Navigating difficult questions. One of the most common challenges in communication is responding to difficult or unexpected questions. Using a framework like PREP can help you stay composed and provide a thoughtful answer. Scenario. Why didn't the team meet last quarter's targets? Response using PREP. Point. The team missed the targets due to unforeseen challenges. Reason. We faced supply chain delays and staffing shortages. Example. For instance, a critical component delivery was delayed by 2 weeks, halting production. Point. While we fell short, we're implementing measures to prevent such disruptions in the future. 2. Delivering updates or reports. The what? So what? Now what? Framework is particularly effective for delivering concise updates or reports, ensuring your audience understands the context, importance, and next steps. Scenario. Weekly team update on project progress. Response using what? So what? Now what? What? We completed 80% of the development phase ahead of schedule. Oh what? This puts us in a strong position to focus on testing and quality assurance. Now what? Over the next 2 weeks, we'll conduct thorough testing to ensure the product meets all specifications. 3. Pitching ideas or solutions. The problem-solution benefit framework is ideal for pitching new ideas or advocating for change, as it directly addresses pain points and demonstrates the value of your proposal. Scenario. Proposing a new marketing campaign. Response using problem-solution benefit. Problem. Our current marketing efforts aren't reaching younger demographics. Solution. Launch a social media campaign focused on platforms like Instagram and TikTok. Benefit. This will increase brand visibility and engagement with a key growth audience. Tips for mastering these frameworks. 1. Practice makes perfect. To use these frameworks effectively, practice is essential. Regularly challenge yourself to answer questions or explain concepts using these structures until they become second nature. 2. Adapt to your audience. While the frameworks provide a structure, your content should always be tailored to your audience's needs and expectations. For example, a technical audience may require more detailed explanations, while a general audience may appreciate simplified examples. 3. Combine frameworks when needed. In some situations, combining elements from multiple frameworks can enhance your response. For example, you might use what, so what, now what, to frame a problem and then employ prep to delve deeper into a specific aspect. 4. Reflect and refine. After each speaking opportunity, reflect on how well you use the framework and identify areas for improvement. This reflective practice will help you refine your approach over time. Conclusion. Think faster. Communicate smarter. Effective communication isn't about winging it. It's about having the right tools to organize your thoughts quickly and clearly. The prep, what, so what, now what, and problem solution benefit frameworks are powerful methods for structuring your ideas in any situation. By practicing and internalizing these strategies, you'll not only enhance your ability to think on your feet but also deliver messages that resonate with your audience. Whether you're answering a tough question, delivering a report, or pitching an idea, these frameworks ensure you can think faster and talk smarter with confidence. The role of active listening. Great communicators aren't just skilled at speaking, they excel at listening. Active listening is a vital component of impromptu speaking because it helps you understand the context and respond thoughtfully. Techniques for active listening. Be fully present. Pay attention to the speaker without mentally rehearsing your response. Paraphrase or reflect back. Repeat or summarize what the other person said. This not only buys you time but also demonstrates understanding. Ask clarifying questions. If you're unsure of what's being asked, seek clarification. For example, could you elaborate on that point? 4. Connecting with your audience. Effective communication is audience-centered. Rather than focusing on how you're performing, shift your attention to what the audience needs. This mindset reduces self-consciousness and fosters genuine connection. How to engage your audience. Speak conversationally. Use a tone and style that feel natural rather than rehearsed. Use analogies or examples. Relatable comparisons make your points easier to understand. Pay attention to feedback. Watch for nonverbal cues like nodding or confusion to gauge if your message is landing. 5. Mastering the art of storytelling. Storytelling is a powerful tool for impromptu communication. Stories captivate attention, evoke emotions, and make your message memorable. How to craft compelling stories. Setup. Introduce the context or background. Conflict. Highlight the challenge or tension. Resolution. Share the outcome or lesson learned. Relevance. Tie the story back to your main point or the question asked. 6. Embracing imperfection. One of the biggest hurdles to effective impromptu speaking is the fear of making mistakes. Abrahams encourages embracing imperfection as a natural part of communication. Mindset shifts. Progress over perfection. Focus on improving with each attempt rather than delivering a flawless response. Laugh at mistakes. Humor can diffuse tension and make you more relatable. Trust your instincts. You don't need to overthink every word. Speak from your authentic perspective. 7. Practice makes permanent. Just like any other skill, impromptu speaking requires regular practice. Abrahams emphasizes the importance of seeking out low-stakes opportunities to hone your skills. Ways to practice. Join a public speaking group. Organizations like Toastmasters provide structured environments for practicing. Role-play scenarios. Simulate challenging conversations or Q&A sessions with friends or colleagues. Record yourself. Listening back can help you identify strengths and areas for improvement. Conclusion. Transforming anxiety into opportunity. In Think Faster, Talk Smarter, Matt Abrahams reminds readers that impromptu speaking is not about perfection. It's about connection. By managing anxiety, using simple frameworks, listening actively, and practicing regularly, anyone can become a confident and effective communicator. The next time you're faced with an unscripted moment, remember, it's an opportunity to think fast, talk smart, and leave a lasting impression.